Today we're going to be looking at the 2015 Core Elite Gills version 4. That's right, I got Gills still in the package, and it was actually very hard for me to find Gills in the solo pack. I had to get him online. There was no other way that I can find him. You could buy him in a pack with a first response raft or boat, but they didn't have those out here. So I had to buy him online. But anyway, Gills was released in 2005 along with Ogre and Troll. And he was part of a different team back then. And he didn't have a name. His name wasn't Gills. But we're going to be looking at the 2015 version of Gills from the Core Elite. So let's check him out. Let's do a little bit of unboxing and see what he's all about. This is the 2015 Core Elite Gills version 4. He was first released in 2005 with the Core Special Forces alongside Troll and Ogre. Gills was part of the ORCAS team. Now let's open Gills up. As I mentioned earlier, Gills' first appearance was in the Core Special Forces in 2005. During this series of the Core, the characters didn't have any names, but they were part of one of 4 Special Forces units: the Bucks, Wasps, Ruse, or the ORCAS. ORCAS stands for Oceanic, Recon, and Covert Assault Squad, and this would be the team for Gills. Core veteran Just In Case, and Nosferatu. Okay, so his name is not Nosferatu. It's actually ORCAS Diver, because they didn't really have any names back then. Gills took over for the veteran diver, Shark. And Shark had actually been around since the beginning, all the way in 1986. Now, it's not the 1986 version of Shark, but that is a vintage line Shark right there. Gills shares the same body type as Nosferatu. You can see that they have the same type of pouches, and even on the arms right there you can see that they have a knife. After the 2005 Special Forces, Gills came out as a new recruit, and then again in the Total Soldier line. This version of the new recruit's Gills looks a little different, and that's because he comes from a playset called Animal Ambush. In this playset he actually comes with a shark, a mine, some swimming fins, 2 guns, a spear gun, and a knife. The Animal Ambush playsets are really cool, and hopefully one day I'll be able to review all of them for you. Now, I would have to say that the Elite version of Gills is my favorite. There's only one thing that I would change, and that would be his weapon. Now we'll take a look at Gills' accessories. He does come with the spear gun, and it's the same spear gun that came with Diesel. You see, it has a spear, has some line, and a reel. He also came with a small pistol, and I actually really like when they come with this really small weapons. I don't know, something about them just makes it a little bit classier than having a big rifle. And that is his other small weapon. So you can see these weapons came with other figures already. Now we'll take a look at Gills' articulation. His arm can come up about that high, and it can go all the way around. He does have a bend at the elbow, and he has a swivel at the bicep. He can twist at the hips, and his leg goes up about that far, and you can bend his knee down. Now we'll take a look at Gills' features. He has these goggles over his eyes, and he has these tubes right here, and that's for breathing. He also has a diving mask follow the tubes, we can see that they go down to this air tank. Back to the front, we can see that he still has that same logo as his buddy Diesel. Except for it's definitely much better on Gills. It's his core divers. He has a strap that comes down, and I'm not sure exactly what this is, but it looks like there's 2 buttons on there. And then this looks like it might be some kind of a life vest, but I'm not sure why that would even be there. We look at his arm. He does have a knife on the shoulder. Comes down and he's wearing gloves. On the other arm, he's wearing some kind of watch here, smart watch, and gloves. Going back around his belt, you can see that he has 1 pouch there, his tank, and maybe another kind of compartment here. But that's about it. Coming down his legs, he does have straps. On this leg he has a pouch, and on this leg over here he has some kind of item there. I'm not sure if that's a gun. The handle doesn't seem long enough though. We keep going down. He has another strap here and another knife. And it really does look like he's wearing some high tops, especially with the detail down here. Gills' body mold comes from 2005. Now we'll take a look at Gills' bio, and we could find his bio in the same place we could find the rest of the Core's bio, thecorehq.com. Codename Gills. Real name Carlos Perez. He is part of the C Squad Specialized Sea Combat Unit. Primary skills ultra deep diving and underwater recon. Gills grew up in Quintana Roo, Mexico, spending most of his young life diving and exploring miles of underwater caves. His skills in diving developed so much that he could dive underwater for 25 to 28 minutes without surfacing and holding his breath for up to 30 minutes. Instead of becoming an Olympic swimmer, he chose to join C Squad to use his talents to help people. After being on hundreds of successful rescue missions, he has now been reassigned to combat duty to help protect his beloved ocean. The Curse had started sinking battleships that guarded civilian supply ships traveling from South America. With the Curse destroying more and more of the Core's battleships, it was essential to have a team member that knew the area and could help them regain dominance in the water. I'm not sure why Gills was made so scarce. As you saw earlier, I got mine in the solo pack. The other way to get Gills was with the First Response Patrol boat. This boat was the same one used for the Total Soldier line, but with different camo paint and Shadow as the driver. Gills is definitely one of my most favorite figures in the Core line, but I'll admit it took a while for me to like him. He looks very strange from the get-go, but once I saw his card art, that changed it for me. Not to mention that he's Hispanic like me, which I thought was pretty cool having a Core member represent my culture. I'm actually really happy that Gills will be returning in the next series of the Core. Let's just hope he's not as scarce as they made him during the Core Elite. I know that we have Rain as the leader and he's the ninja, but I mean, look at this guy. Look at Gills. He screams Snake Eyes. I think it would be awesome if they re-released Nosferatu and made him into Gills' mentor who's gone bad. Although he is very ugly, I think it would be awesome if he was released again so that there would be a sea battle, since there is no cursed sea baddies. Come on, Lanard, these are some free ideas. I hope you enjoyed my review of the 2015 Core Elite Gills version 4, and stay tuned as next time we look at the First Response Tank and Plague. Gills' body mold comes from two. His primary skills, ultra deep. His skills in diving develop so much that he can dive underwater for 25 to 28 minutes without surfacing. No periods, always. Really long sentences. Instead of becoming an Olympic swimmer, he chose to join Sea Squad to use his talent. The Curse has started sinking battleships that guarded civilian supplies, with the Curse destroying more and more of the core. With the Curse destroying more and with the Curse destroying more and more of the core battleships, with the Curse destroying more and more of the core battleships, it was essential to have a team member that knew the area and could help them regain dominance in the water. With the Curse destroying more and more of the core battleship. With the Curse destroying more and more of the core's battleship. With the Curse destroying more and more of the core's battleships, it was essential to have a team member that knew the area and could help them regain dominance in the water. God, why do they write these things so hard and just so... God, it's like tongue twisters.